In today's video, we're jumping back into Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza. We are on chapter 7, which is called The Gap, and he's talking about the identity gap. So he's talking about the gap between who you are and who you present to the world. This is a picture he's using to demonstrate what he's talking about, okay? And I'm reading from the book now. He says the top hand represented how I appeared on the outside, and the bottom was how I knew myself to be on the inside. In my self-reflection, it dawned on me that we human beings live in a duality as two separate entities, how we appear and who we really are. How we appear is the image or the facade that we project to the world. That self is everything we do in order to show up looking a certain way and to present to others a consistent exterior reality. How we appear becomes the facade of the personality, which relies on the external world to remember who it is as a somebody. Its identity is completely attached to the environment. The personality does everything it can to hide how it really feels or to make that feeling of emptiness go away. I own these cars, I know these people, I've been to these places, etc. It is who we think we are in relation to everything around us. So he goes on talking about how we really do attach ourselves to the things that we have, to our accomplishments, to things in our outside environment, when really that doesn't make up the whole of who we are. Closing and even eliminating the gap between who we are and who we present to the world is likely the greatest challenge we all face in life. Whether we term this living authentically, conquering ourselves, or having people get us or accept us for who we are, this is something that most of us desire. Closing the gap must begin from within. So he goes on to talk about how we have to get in touch with ourselves. And we've talked about this so many times, so I'm not going to go deep into what he says about meditation and what meditation does for us, because we know what meditation does for us. We've studied that here on the channel. But I'm just going to read this last section from where he gives his personal account. My transformation wasn't immediate. I meditated every day, looking at my unwanted emotions, and one by one I began to unmemorize them. I started my meditative process of unlearning and relearning, and I worked for months to change myself. In the process, I was intentionally dismantling my old identity and breaking the habit of being myself. That's when I began to feel joyful for no reason. I became happier and happier, and it had nothing to do with outside me. Today, I make time to meditate every morning because I want more of that state of being. I just thought that that was so powerful, because he admits, even as a doctor, like this is after he already had his doctorate. He already was that guy, you know, he was already super smart. He was already known to be well established, but he knew that he needed to go within. He needed to get in touch with the real version of himself. He needed to stop attaching himself with how many houses he could buy or his credit score, things like that. That's not the real version of ourselves. And it takes time and dedication to break the habit of aligning with the things that are outside of you and realize that who we are, it's an internal thing and it does take time. So that's all I wanted to share in today's video. I'm so grateful you guys have watched this video all the way to the end. I love you all for no reason at all. I'll see you soon.